There is a very strong custom in Judaism to pray, and to pray according to the prayer book, 3 prayers a day. And to pray to God is a commandment from the Torah, but to do it 3 times a day according to the prayer book, it's a very, very strong custom which was established by the holiest of the holy of Jews. But there's 3 times a day. But there's also another prayer which we also make, a fourth prayer, and that's saying Shema before you go to bed. Before you go to bed, it's a whole order of prayers. Look, you have to get a Jewish prayer book, a genuine Jewish prayer book, and look and see. Before you go to bed, sometimes there's little differences between one, one version and another version, but they're basically the same. So the main thing is that you say Shema Yisrael before you go to bed. When you go, it says that a Jew is also supposed to say Shema Yisrael before he dies. Everybody dies. You probably figured out, even though we haven't died yet, so maybe we won't die, but the chances are very slim. Everybody dies, right? Up to now, at least, everybody's died. So it says before a person dies, you're supposed to say Shema Yisrael. You're supposed to say Shema Yisrael right before you die. And it's like confession. What does it mean, confession? Confession means, listen, God, I know I've lived my life and my life is all gone. I haven't got another chance. And I just want to say, I regret some things that I did. I didn't do enough, or I wish I did more. And please try to excuse me and forgive me for the bad things that I did. And I'm sure that you will. And that's confession. So this is a person supposed to confess before he dies. Confess. But then, on the other hand, when a person before he dies, he leaves the world permanently. I mean, there is reincarnations and things like that, but when you're reincarnated, you usually don't remember anything of your past lives or whatever. Then you have finished your work. But before you go to sleep, you're supposed to say Shema also, and it's supposed to be a little bit similar to that. But then you're still in the marketplace and you can still fix things up tomorrow and achieve things. So therefore, every night before you go to bed, it's something like dying. Something like dying. In other words, the past is, so to speak, gone. But it's not really 100% gone because, first of all, by regretting the bad things, it changes the bad things. You regret it. But going to sleep, before you go to sleep, you say Shema, it has a different thing. You can make a resolution for the future, which you can't do before you die, right? You can't make a resolution for you after you die. Right? I promise I won't, lie anymore. Of course you're not going to lie anymore. You're going to be dead, right? So, but before you go to sleep, is you could make a confession, just like treating it as though the past is like you're dead, and maybe I won't wake up tomorrow morning. But on the other hand, you say, but maybe I will wake up tomorrow morning. And if so, I'm going to fix things up what I did. That should be your attitude every night before you go to sleep. See you tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning.